Hello everyone, my name is Chip, and just like that broken record you played when you were a kid, I'm doing the same thing again and again, but just in a less coherent way than ever before. So we're back with another blue-white taxes list. Now this list was inspired by a discussion I had in the comments with Jerry X. So Jerry X, thank you for this idea. Today's taxes deck is running Teferi Time Raveler. Now Teferi Time Raveler is a non-creature spell, which doesn't play very well with Thalia Guardian of Thraben. So Thalia is not in the deck today. Instead we're opting to run Unsettled Mariner instead. Teferi enables a lot of loops with the deck. Teferi also combos very well with Spell Queller. We're able to bounce our own Skyclave apparitions. We're able to bounce Reflector Mages, stop our opponents interacting. There's loops with Flicker Wisp and Soul Herder where we get to bounce something of our opponents every turn. So I wanted to give it a go. Here's the list. For non-creatures, we've got 4 Aether Vial, 4 Path to Exile, and 3 Teferi Time Raveler. For our taxing pieces, we've got 4 Leonin Arbiter, 4 Unsettled Mariner, and 2 Archon of Emeria. For our flickering and blinking effects, we've got 4 Charming Prince, 4 Flicker Wisp, and 3 Soul Herder. Soul Herder can also double as a finisher. Every time something gets exiled, it gets a +1/+1 counter on it. So we're hoping we can get that out of control before our opponent's able to deal with it. For our interaction and removal, we've got 2 Skyclave Apparition, 2 Spell Queller, and 2 Reflector Mage. For non-basic lands, we've got 4 Ghost Quarter, 4 Seachrome Coast, and 4 Hallowed Fountain. For our basic lands, we've got 2 Island and 4 Plains, and we're also running 4 Glasspool Mimics. They double as a non-basic tap land. They're able to copy any of our interactive creatures. It means we can also Flicker Wisp an opponent's land without an Aether Vial out for their entire turn. Flicker Wisp comes down, flickers the Glasspool Mimic. Glasspool Mimic enters as a Flicker Wisp. We take their land out because it came out during the end step. It doesn't come back until their end step, so we can keep our opponents off lands that way. For the sideboard, we've got a nice little protection package of 2 Mirran Crusader, 2 Uriok Champion, and 4 Giver of Runes. And then we've got 3 Rest in Peace, 2 Phyrexian Revoker, and 2 Thalia Guardian of Thraben. Things I'm worried about with this list. There are a lot of 3-drops. So I'm worried that if we don't get an Aether Vial, we might get stuck not playing things very quickly. Apart from Aether Vial and Path to Exile, there's no 1-drops, there's no 1-drop creatures in the main deck. So we might not be able to establish a board presence fast enough, but I'm interested to see how Teferi can play with this style of deck. So before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that I release a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you like this video, if you leave a like, it lets me know that this is more of the content you'd like to see. And let's get on with some games, hey? Okay, we win the die roll, we get to go first. 1 lander with a vial? Sure, why not? Well, we're going to play our 1 land, run out the Aether Vial, pass it there. Opponent plays a Wooded Foothills, and passes. Okay, well, I'm going to put a counter on a vial. Charming Prince. Alright, well, we've got a 1 lander. Hopefully they don't have an Abrade. Pass it there. Oh, they're going to Scattered Groves. They play a Windswept Heath, and they pass it there. Okay, well, we're going to put a counter on our Aether Vial, draw another Aether Vial. Well, we'll run it out. Just pass it there. Yep, well, they've cracked the Windswept Heath. We're going to try and get them with Arbiter. If they've got a path for our Arbiter, that still gets us a land, so I'm not mad. Yep, they path our Arbiter, we get ourselves a land. Get a Plains, pass it there. They get a Temple Garden tapped. They get the Flagstones. Skyclave Apparition, they're going to take out an Aether Vial. Yep, they take out our Aether Vial. That's a shame, we were hoping to use that. Well, we'll put a counter on our first Aether Vial. Our only Aether Vial now, I suppose. Oi. Well, Charming Prince, come on down. Just going to scry 2 with the Charming Prince. I think we can top both of those. Those are some very good cards. Pass it there. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Okay. Green-White Titan Value Town style deck. Explains the Flagstones. They play a Windswept Heath. They crack it. Get themselves a Forest. Ooh, there's the Reclaimer. And the Valakut. Okay, we need to work very hard to beat this. No attacks from our opponent. Yes, we'll put a counter on our Aether Vial, draw our land, we will pay 2 life. I mean, we've got to Skyclave the Dryad, surely. Alright, Skyclave comes down, targets the Dryad, pass it there. Alright, they play a Forest, swing in for 3, we're just going to take it for now. Skyclave Apparition. Okay, is that going to take our Skyclave? Okay, so that's taking our Skyclave. Well, we got to let it go. They pass to us. Well, we're going to put a counter on our Aether Vial. We just run out to Teferi, bounce the token. Might be what we're doing. Teferi comes down. Ooh, Eldorami's Call in response. What are they searching up? Primeval Titan. Oof, 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 oof. Oh boy. Primeval Titan. But that's their only card in hand? Okay, Teferi comes down. Because in the end step, we could vial in a Flicker Wisp and take them off a land, couldn't we? Alright, we'll get rid of this illusion token. We draw a land. Well, we'll play that. Yeah, okay, we're going to go to end step. I'm going to activate Vial, put a Flicker Wisp into play, target the Valakut. This way, even if they do get the Primeval Titan down, there's 1 less Valakut to burn us. Okay, do you draw the land? I'm sure you did. You run a lot of them. That's Sacred Foundry. Yep, that's a Primeval Titan. Oof. What are they searching up? Field of the Dead and Blast Zone. Okay. Swinging at Teferi with the Reclaimer. No, they're not. Yes, they are. And with Skyclave as well. So this is just swinging at us. I'm fine taking the damage to the face. Charming Prince block this. We get a 1/1 as well. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, so we get a 1/1. They get their Valakut back. They get another zombie. Go to our turn. Eighth of Isle will stay on 3. Leonin Arbiter. Well, that's kind of okay. It certainly slows the Primeval Titan down. Doesn't help as much though. Okay, well, we'll tick up to Fairy. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Second main, we're going to play out the Soul Herder. All right. Soul Herder happens. We target our Flicker Wisp. We will use its ability. What do we target with Flicker Wisp? Just a zombie? Elvish Reclaimer? A land? Oh, Field of the Dead. Yeah, that feels right, doesn't it? Field of the Dead? Yeah, we'll hit Field of the Dead. Get a counter on our Soul Herder. Pass the turn there. Okay, beginning of combat. Do we vial in the Flicker Wisp to take out the Primeval Titan? I think we have to. They still get 2 lands, but it stops 6 damage. Yeah, I'd say that's the play. Flicker Wisp comes down, targets that prime time, get a counter on our Soul Herder. So they're swinging everything at us. We'll just throw an illusion in front of the Reclaimer, and we'll throw a Soul Herder in front of a zombie, and we'll take 4. Okay, Flicker Wisps let their targets return. They're going to get a bunch of zombies. Yep, that is an army of zombies. It's going to take a pretty impressive draw to beat that. Skyclave Apparition is not bad though. Well, we'll tick up the Teferi. I suppose the question is, do we have enough bodies to survive? So only 4 zombies need to get in for us to die. Well, we'll cast Skyclave, target the Elvish Reclaimer. Soul Herder's a 4/4. Do we attack? I mean, we've got to attack if we want to survive, don't we? They're going to put 3 counters on their Blast Zone, aren't they? That's going to suck. So if we take out the prime time, they're getting with 7. That's 14 damage. We're blocking 2 of it. That's 10. So we're still dead. So we need to just attack with 1. Didn't attack with any though. We're not going to attack. Go to end step. Soul Herder will blink a Flicker Wisp. Yes. So we could have attacked with that Flicker Wisp. And then we need to blink Blast Zone out of there. So now the Primeval Titan can still attack. Oy. We're in a lot of trouble. Opponent is casting a Sakura Tribe Elder. Well, that's as good a thing to target as any. Spell Queller, come on down. Yep, they play a land, get some more zombies. They crack a land, get a Temple Garden, get a bunch more zombies. That is an army coming at us. Well, they're getting their lands. Vesuva as well? Okay. I'm not even going to bother doing the maths on the blockers there then. Fair enough, you win, opponent. Alright, Mirren Crusaders feel good here, and not a whole lot else. Go Mirren Crusaders over... is it Reflector Mage? You'll go Mirren Crusaders over Reflector Mage. Bouncing their creatures that just search for stuff does not feel like a winning line. I'll run it back like that. Yes, I would like to play first. Another 1-lander, but with no Vial this time. That's a mulligan. Yeah, we'll keep this one. What do we put to the bottom? A Charming Prince? We'll put a Ghost Quarter to the bottom. We'll use Charming Prince to fix our draws. Alright, play Glasspool Shore. Pass it there. Opponent plays a Temple Garden, untap. Runs out the Arboreal Grazer. Plays a Field of the Dead. Very nice. Flicker Wisp. Now that's good with our Glasspool Shore. Well, we're just going to run out Charming Prince. We'll just scry 2, see what's going on. Path to Exile land. Well, we'll go put the path on top and put the plains above it. Pass it there. Collector Oof. Okay, bringing that in against our Vials. Scattered Groves, yeah. Joke's on you, opponent. I didn't draw any Vials. Now, Arboreal Grazer has reach. That's okay, it can only stop 1 attack. Alright, we're going to go for flying aggression here. So we're going to play the Flicker Wisp, blink our Glasspool Shore. Then we're going to go to our end step. Glasspool Shore is going to come back. It's going to come back as a copy of Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp is going to take their Scattered Groves out of the equation. So now they're down a land for the turn. They play a Forest. And Night of Autumn, okay. Just as a beta? Yep, Night of Autumn just as a beta. Alright, they pass back to us. They get their Scattered Groves back. We get our other path. We're going to play a Ghost Quarter. Run out our Charming Prince. Let's see what's going on. Scry 2. I'm going to top both, putting the land on top. Then we can mimic into another Flicker Wisp. Well, we'll swing in the sky for 6. No blocks from our opponent. Down to 12. Pass it there. Elder Army's Call from our opponent. Yep. What do they tutor for? Dryad of the Elysian Grove. And they play a tap land. Okay. They're swinging with the Night of Autumn. We're just going to take that for now. We're going to play our Hallowed Fountain tapped. Go to combat. Swing in the sky for 6. Yep. They put the Grazer in front. That's Grazer down. Pass it there. Alright. They play Flagstones. Oh, they're going for the prime time now. Well, we're going to blow up that Field of the Dead. Yep. They get a Snow-Covered Plains. Primeval Titan comes down. They search up. Field of the Dead and Vesuva. Copying Valakut. I see. Alright, so they get 2 zombies with the Field of the Dead. They swing in for 4. So we've got Glasspool Mimic coming next turn. So we're going to go down to 12. They've got 2 Valakuts. So if they play 2 lands off the Dryad, we die. So if they've got a fetch land, we can die. Well, if we play a Glasspool Mimic, copying the Flickerwisp, take away a Valakut, then we don't die, do we? I like that. Okay, well, we're just going to path your Knight of Autumn. Yeah, you get another zombie, that's fine. You're going to path your Primeval Titan. All right, you get a few more zombies. So you got 8 zombies and a Collector Roof. Okay. Now we draw our Glasspool Mimic, which we cast. No, we don't. Oh, no, we don't. We go to combat first. That was, oof, would have been bad. All right, well, we're going to swing in for 6. They're down to 3. Run out our Glasspool Mimic. Glasspool Mimic becomes a copy of Flickerwisp. Glasspool Mimic blinks the Flickerwisp. Flickerwisp comes back during our end step. We could flicker out our own Flickerwisp. And then even if they somehow wipe our board next turn, we still have a Flickerwisp to attack them with. But no, Valakut is the line to take, I believe. We take them off of Valakut. Take them off Vesuva, or do we take them off Valakut? Take them off Valakut, because then it can only enter as a Valakut, whereas Vesuva can enter as anything. Pass it to them. All right, here comes the Dryad. Do they kill us this turn? Ghost Quarter. Yep, that's a bad one for them to have. So now they can Ghost Quarter the Flagstones. Oof. Okay, so they're just killing our flyers, though. So Valakut kills 1. So I wonder if they see the line of the Flagstones. They go to combat. Oh, they're swinging in with the ground troops. So they're swinging at us for 10. If we take 4 of it, we're down to 12. Valakut's going to enter. We get hit for 6. Then if they Ghost Quarter themselves, even if they don't see the Flagstones line, we're dead. Oh well, do what we can. Just minimize damage. Okay? What happens now, opponent? So they target the Flickerwisp so they don't die. But surely they're better off just putting it all in our face? Well, you would have been helpful a little while ago. I'd say they've got us. Well, we'll run it out. Oh, they see the line. Ghost Quarter. The Flagstones get a bunch of lands, burn our face. All right, they got us. Ugh. Ah, well. We lose the die roll. Yeah, we got some interaction with the path. I'm going to keep. Opponent plays the Plains, runs out an Aether Vial, so I'm guessing we're versing a Taxes deck. I'm not sure how we fare against Taxes. I'm used to being the only one that plays it. Well, we'll run out Seachrome Coast, pass the turn there. They put a counter on their Aether Vial, play a Horizon Canopy. They've got the Stoneforge. Okay. Stoneforge reveals the Batterskull. And the question is, do we path? Because we're playing Charming Prince next turn, surely. Oh no, we can Glasspool. We can play Glasspool Mimic as a land and path next turn. Yeah, I like that. Oh, Arbiter, you're a turn too late. All right, well, we'll play out Glasspool Shore. And I guess we'll just... Do we path Stoneforge now? We're going to get hit with a Batterskull. Do we care about the Batterskull? It's a big boy. All right, we'll pass. Opponent puts a counter on the Aether Vial. Plays the Snow-Covered Plains. Just passes the turn. Okay. Draw another Spell Queller. Play an island. We run out Charming Prince? Not yet. We won't run it out just yet. Pass it there. All right, our opponent puts the Batterskull into play. Yep. Get a 4/4 Lifelink Vigilance. Activating Aether Vial. Okay. For another Stoneforge Mystic. Hoi. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. What's this one getting? Sword of Fire and Ice. Yep. That's pretty cool. They keep the Aether Vial on 2. All right. Swinging in. I mean, yeah, I'll path a Germ. Yep, they get a Snow-Covered Plains. We take 1. They've got the Giver of Runes. They pass to us. Teferi. So I'm going to put the Sword of Fire and Ice into play. So we're probably better off bouncing the Giver. I just don't know what to do here. We have no good lines. All right. Well, we'll play the Teferi. Teferi will target the Giver of Runes. This way, at least we draw a card. All right, we draw another path. Okay. Pass it there. Yep. Sword of Fire and Ice comes into play. Keep their Aether Vial on 2. They equip the Sword of Fire and Ice. Okay, so they're killing Teferi and they're dealing 3 to us. Sword of Fire and Ice deals another 2 to us. They draw a card. All right, that's the Giver of Runes. And they pass the turn. Seachrome Coast, but it enters tapped. Ugh. Now I have to choose whether I path the Giver and bounce something with Teferi. Oh, for goodness sake. Let's go for a Teferi. Target the Sword of Fire and Ice. Reflect a Mage. Okay, play out the Seachrome Coast. Pass it there. We've got tools, but without Vial, we can't tempo them out. Opponent takes the Vial up to 3. All right, is just equipping the Batterskull to a Stoneforge Mystic. Swings in. Kills our Teferi. We take 5. They gain 5. And they pass. Okay. Hey, there's an Aether Vial. Bit late. Just a bit. Well, we're going to attempt to path the Giver of Runes. Okay, opponent's giving the Stoneforge Mystic protection from white. Okay, Giver of Runes goes away. They get a land. I'm really tempted just to Soul Herder here, because then we can play Reflector Mage next turn and bounce 2 things. I mean, they can play the sword, equip the sword, kill the Soul Herder. Yeah, that ain't great. Yeah, they can kill anything that we play. Okay. Well, we won't play Soul Herder then, because that sword's going to come on down. We keep the Aether Vial on 3. Yeah, that's them putting the equipment into play. Sword of Fire and Ice. They equip it, and that's lethal. Yeah, they got us. Bring in Revokers. Bring in the Giver of Runes. They got Aether Vial, so Reflector Mage isn't as good. We'll trim Reflector Mage. Archon of Emiria's not great. Just trim some Charming Princes, because we've got the Giver of Runes. We'll run it back like that. Yes, I would like to play first. Yes, I will keep this hand. I'm going to go Plains into Aether Vial. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Plains and passes. Ooh, I like the look of that. Well, we're going to put a counter on our Aether Vial. Phyrexian Revoker. Hello, don't mind if I do. Well, we'll play Glasspool Mimic. Pass the turn there. We play a Snow-Covered Plains. Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, if only Glasspool Mimic entered differently. Alright, what are they searching up with Stoneforge? Sword of Fire and Ice. Yep, that makes sense. Alright, now they're passing to us. Well, we're going to put a counter on our Aether Vial. Another Glasspool Mimic. We're going to play that as a land. Run out Phyrexian Revoker. Name Stoneforge Mystic. Now we could vial in the Unsettled Mariner now. I think that might be for the best. Field of Ruin. Okay. And they run out the Sword of Fire and Ice. Yep. And they pass to us. Cool, cool, cool. I'm going to keep Aether Vial where it is. Seachrome Coast. Now that's not bad. Alright. Seachrome Coast. They have no creature to equip to right now. Alright, run out Teferi. So the question is, do we bounce Stoneforge or do we bounce the sword? I think we actually bounce Stoneforge for now. Draw a Giver of Runes, I like that. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Alright, opponent's down to 16. Pass the turn there. Alright, they've got the land. Alright, that's a Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Activate our Aether Vial. Put a Leonin Arbiter into play. Cool, they're paying the 2. It's a Maul of the Skyclaves into play. Okay, that's going to cause some problems for us soon. They pass to us. Yes, we'll put a counter on our Aether Vial. Draw another land. Alright, well, we're going to tick up our Teferi. Play our Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. We'll run out Giver of Runes. Play the Unsettled Mariner. Swing in for 4. No blocks from our opponent. Alright, we've got them down to 11. They play a land. Alright, they run out the Maul of the Skyclaves. It equips to the Stoneforge Mystic. They equip the Sword of Fire and Ice. Yep. And then get in. Sword of Fire and Ice. Tries to target some stuff, but you've got to pay mana to do it. So we counter that ability. Alright, so they only got in for 5. I'm okay with that. And then we can get them down to 1, which turns off their Horizon Canopy. They don't want to see it. They scoop it up. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. We can't play Spell Queller or Skyclave, but I'm hoping that Arbiter can just tempo them out first. We're going to keep. They play a Snow-Covered Plains, and they run out the Aether Vial. Okay. Well, we draw a Plains. That's very good. Well, then we're just going to run out our Giver of Runes. Pass it there. Opponent puts a counter on their Aether Vial. Plays the Plains. Has a Leonin Arbiter of their own. Nice. So we could play Plains and Arbiter. And then if they've got the Ghost Quarter, that hurts. But that's also them Ghost Quartering themselves. We could just play Plains and wait until next turn. So then we can still pay. Or we could Ghost Quarter them now. I'm going to play the Plains. And I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. It's a very complicated line, but I'm going to wait. Okay. Their Aether Vial ticks up. They've got the Horizon Canopy. They swing in for 2. We're going to take it. And they pass to us. Unsettled Mariner as well. I like that a lot. Well, we're going to play Ghost Quarter. Run out our own Arbiter. Oh, they're paying costs. Yep, so they're vialing in the Stoneforge Mystic. That is indeed a Stoneforge Mystic. That shooters up a Maul of the Skyclaves. Okay. They're going to path our Giver of Runes. So we don't get a land. Okay. Leonin Arbiter comes down. Yeah, we're going to just take that. We'll just take them off a basic. And they have to start paying life with the Horizon Canopy. And then we can Skyclaves the Maul. They tick up the Aether Vial though. They put Maul into play. Put it on Leonin Arbiter. They swing in for 4. Okay. We take 4. Pass it there. So they didn't hit a land, interestingly enough. I'm going to play Island, and I'm just going to run out Skyclave. I'm going to take your Maul away. Oh, opponent's flickering in. Just Flicker Wisp? That looks like a Flicker Wisp to me. Targets them all. We're in trouble. Well, we're going to get him with Leonin Arbiter. Leonin Arbiter hits. Maul comes back. Yep, they put it back on the Arbiter. Oh, that's a 2-turn clock. Okay. Keep the Eighth of R where it is. They've got a Plains, so they got 1 card in hand. Alright, they swing in. We can't block. We're down to 7. Okay, well, we get a Plains, so we're just going to run out Ghost Quarter. Do we swing in? They could have something under the Vial, but we're not risking anything, are we? Yeah, we'll swing in with both. Yeah, we'll swing in with both. Alright, opponent's down to 12. We're down to 7. Oh, they're activating Stoneforge. It's a Batterskull. Sword of Fire and Ice. Okay, that's a big old problem that I didn't see coming. Sword of Fire and Ice on the Flicker Wisp. Okay, so we can block with Spell Queller on the Leonin Arbiter. And then we're still going to take 7. Yeah. Yeah, they got us. Damn. They got us. Thought we were in with a chance, that one. Taxes is just too good. We lose the die roll. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. 2 bits of removal on Leonin Arbiter. Oh, they've got Zerda as their companion. Okay. Well, we're going to keep. So this seems like an amazing deck to be versing then. So, oh. Okay. Well, we've got the Leonin Arbiter, so it's not the worst thing in the world versing a Tron deck. We'll lead on Seachrome Coast and pass. But unfortunately, it looks like we're going to get turn 2 Tron, so we got to hope we draw the Ghost Quarters. Yep, they're going to have Tron in hand by turn 2. Yep, that's frustrating. Well, there's a Plains. Do we just concede? Who knows? Maybe they're F6'd. They're not F6'd. All right. They get to search. They get the last Tron piece. Pass the turn there. Now the only question is, do they have a finisher? Chromatic Orrery. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color. Okay. So now they get to add 5 colorless mana to their mana pool. They play a Zerda. So I'm guessing they're trying to go off some sort of Bomberman style deck. Oh, hey, that's a Ghost Quarter. Okay, well, path to exile your Zerda. Okay, play a Ghost Quarter, and we're going to hit your power plant. Okay, I've had worse turns, I've had better turns, but I've also had worse. Okay, so they've still got a lot of mana thanks to their artifact, but we've taken them off actual factual Tron. They still have 7 mana though. Ugh. Temple Garden. Okay, is this just the coolest Tron deck ever? So the plan is to use Golos with Chromatic Orrery to just churn out big boys. So Golos can enter. That's fine. Search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Well, they've paid for Leonin Arbiter, so they're free to do that. Yep, they get the missing Tron piece. 3 mana for an expedition map. Okay. They crack the map. They get themselves another Urza's Tower. Okay. So they're passing to us. We draw another land. Cool, I guess. Alright, we're going to path Golos. Opponent doesn't get to search up a land. And a swing in with Arbiter. And then we're not going to want to draw another land for the rest of the game, which I'm guessing is about 2 turns. Alright, they play the Urza's Tower. Alright, they put their companion in hand. Yep, they cast the Zerda. They're ignoring our Leonin Arbiter. Sylvan Scrying, getting themselves another land. Another Urza's Tower, okay. Well, I wouldn't say no to another Ghost Quarter. I'd still be mad that we drew a land, but Ghost Quarter is the exception there. Filigree Sages. That's infinite mana for them. Alright, do they have anything to do with infinite mana though? Well, we'll yield through, see what they're able to do. Planar Bridge. Search your library for a permanent card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Alright. Biomancer's Familiar. Okay. What are they searching for? Let me see that win con. Spawn Sire of Ulamog, because it has an activated ability. Oh dear. And then for 20 mana, cast any number of Eldrazi spells from among your cards you own outside the game without paying their mana cost. Alright. I was going to concede, but I got to see this now. I hope they've got 15 Eldrazi cards. Please tell me you have 15 Eldrazi spells in your sideboard. Please tell me your sideboard is 15 Eldrazi cards. I would love that so much. Alright, Desolation Twin, It That Betrays, Spawn Sire of Ulamog, Thought Not Seer. Okay, that's 4. 5, Void Winnower. 6, yep. Forerunner of Slaughter, 7. Emrakul the Promised Land, 8. Kozilek, 9. Emrakul, 10. Kozilek, 11. 12. 13. They've only got 13. I wanted 15. Alright, let's go. Alright, Emrakul's coming down. They're going to get an extra turn. I'm not conceding. They're going to kill us, and it's going to be glorious. Yep, Thought Not Seer sees a handful of lands. Oh my goodness, look at that board. Oh, it's beautiful. A sight to behold. I wish it was my board. Oh, they're giving everything haste. Let's go. All right, that's them swinging in. No blocks. Bring it on. And we're dead. Oh, that's the coolest way to lose ever. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, well, everything has an activated ability. So Phyrexian Revoker gets real good. I think this is a matchup for Thalia. We'll just go down the Teferis because we're bringing Thalia back in. All right, well, we'll go down one Charming Prince. Run it back like that. Okay. Some more creatures, please. Yep, I'm happy with this opening hand. It'll do. Okay, no pressure. You're just versing the coolest deck ever invented. And we're just going to play a Secret and coast into an Aether Vial. Pass it there. Alright, opponent plays an Urza's Power Plant into an Expedition map. Put a counter on our Aether Vial. Archon of Emeria could be okay. Hallowed Fountain, yes. And run out our Thalia. Pass it there. Opponent plays an Urza's Tower. Uses Expedition map to search. Gets the mine. Passes it there. Well, we're going to put a counter on our Aether Vial. Another Archon of Emeria. Well, we'll just go to combat, swing in with Thalia. They play the mine. Okay, they put Zerda into hand. Ooh, and they're passing the turn there. Well, in their end step, we're going to Aether Vial in the Charming Prince. We're going to scry 2. Hopefully we get something that stops this. Ghost Quarter. Yeah? I like Unsettled Mariner as well. Put that on top. Put Ghost Quarter on top. Okay, go to our turn. Opponent's got a discard down. Alright, we're going to put a counter on our Aether Vial. We're going to play the Ghost Quarter. We're not going to use it right away, though. We're going to run out Archon of Emeria. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Okay, opponent's down to 14. We're going to go to our end step. In our end step, we're going to activate Aether Vial. Yes. We're going to put a Flicker Wisp into play. And we're going to take... What did they search up? They searched up a mine. So we're going to take the mine. Yep. They tap it for mana. Mine goes away for a turn. They've got another mine. Oh, we chose poorly. Fortunately, Archon has it enter tapped. Go to their end step. They get the other mine back. Okay. Now it's our turn. Okay. Keep Aether Vial on 3. Gonna run out the Unsettled Mariner. We're gonna hit that Power Plant with the Ghost Quarter pre-combat. Yep, they add mana. They get a forest. Yep. Alright. Well, we're just gonna swing in with everything. Opponent's down to 5. Alright. Pass the turn. We've got Skyclave Apparition to take out anything that's small and nasty. They've got a Blast Zone. And they scoop it up. Oh, that felt good. We're gonna keep it like that. Alright, we've got Aether Vial, Revoker, and Ghost Quarter. We're gonna keep. Opponent leads Urza's Tower. Oh, but no map this time. Okay. Well, we're going to go Plains into Aether Vial. Pass it there. They've got the Power Plant. They pass the turn. We're going to put a counter on our Aether Vial. Got a Path. Okay. I think we're just going to hold up Path and Ghost Quarter here. Do we Ghost Quarter them in their draw step? Yeah, I think we Ghost Quarter them in their draw step. Going to hit that Power Plant. They're adding it for mana. Did they just... They failed to find. Are all their basics in their hand? They just failed to find. Okay. They must have drawn it. Oh... Draw step Ghost Quarter, my favorite, my absolute favorite. All right, well, we're going to tick up the Aether Vial. Oh, another Aether Vial, that's very good. Well, we're going to play out the other Aether Vial. Just going to pass the turn there, hold up the ability to put a Revoker into play in response to something. All right, they've got the Botanical Sanctum. Biomancer's Familiar. Okay, into nothing. All right, going to activate our Aether Vial. Just going to put the Unsettled Mariner into play. Pass it there. We are going to say yes to both. Another Unsettled Mariner is not bad. All right, we're going to go to combat. We're going to swing with the Unsettled Mariner. No blocks from our opponent. Then in their end step, we're going to activate our Aether Vial. We're going to put our Flicker Wisp into play. We're going to target the Botanical Sanctum. Pass to our opponent. Blast Zone. Oof, 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 oof. That's a scary land. All right, they put Zerda into hand. No attacks from our opponent, though. Their land comes back. They pass to us. We're going to put a counter on one of our vials, so it's on 2. The other one's going to stay on 3. Charming Prince. I like Charming Prince. That's cool. That's very cool. Okay. So we can go to combat. Swing in with Flicker Wisp. Take our opponent down to 15. We can Aether Vial in our Soul Herder. Go to the end step. Soul Herder will target our Flicker Wisp. We'll use its ability. We're going to target that Blast Zone. We're going to put a counter on our Soul Herder. We'll pass it there. Alright, opponent's got the Urza's Power Plant. Another Biomancer's Familiar, yep. And they're passing, okay. Well, we're going to activate Aether Vial. Yes, we're going to put Charming Prince into play. We're going to exile another target creature. We're going to target our own Flicker Wisp. Put a counter on our Soul Herder. Flicker Wisp is going to come back in the end step. So is their Blast Zone. So our Flickerwisp comes back. We're going to take their Botanical Sanctum. Then their Blast Zone comes back. I'm going to say no and no. Alright, well we're going to put our Archon of Emeria into play. Going to go to combat, swing with Flickerwisp and Charming Prince. Okay, opponent's down to 10. Soul Herder's going to blink our Flickerwisp. Opponent sees what's happening and scoops it up. Okay. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, game 1, they just got all the Eldrazi in the world. But that was a good one. Okay. Well, look. Thank you all for watching. I've had a blast playing today. We didn't get a lot of wins, but sometimes Magic goes like that. Hey, we still had fun. And until next time, I recommend you do the same. And until next time, have fun.